I never thought a single sentence could break me, but the night my mom snapped, "You're nothing but a burden," something inside me shattered. And when my sister whispered, "No one would miss you," I realized the people who were supposed to love me the most were the ones slowly destroying me. I just didn't know the truth would hurt even more. My name is Maya Collins, and the night everything cracked open didn't start with a fight. It started with a stupid accident, a plate slipping from my wet hands and shattering against the counter. "I swear, Maya, you can't do anything right," my mom screamed before the pieces even stopped rolling. "You're nothing but a burden." My stomach dropped. It was an accident. I didn't mean. "Of course you didn't," she snapped. "You never mean anything, yet somehow you always ruin everything." I bent down to pick up the pieces, but she slapped my hand away. "Leave it. You'll probably cut yourself and make it another problem for me to deal with." I felt heat rise in my face. "I just wanted to help." "You want to help?" She laughed, sharp and ugly. "You exist, Maya. That's the opposite of helping." The words stabbed harder than any broken plate ever could. Lena walked in then, tapping on her phone like she was entering a stage. She glanced at the mess. What did she do now? "She broke a plate," Mom spat. Lena rolled her eyes. Classic. Maya can't even wash dishes without destroying something. "It was one plate," I whispered. Lena leaned against the doorway. "You know what your problem is. You always expect people to feel sorry for you. But nobody does. Honestly, if you disappeared tomorrow, no one would miss you." My breath caught. "You don't mean that." "Oh, I do." She smirked. "You're like background noise. Annoying when it gets too loud." I stared at her, my voice thin. "Why are you being like this?" "Because someone needs to tell you the truth," Lena said. "Mom's too tired to deal with your pity-party personality, and I'm done pretending you matter." Mom pointed toward the hallway. "Go to your room, Maya. I can't look at you right now." "I didn't do anything," I whispered. "You existed," Mom snapped. "That's enough." My hands trembled. "Why do you hate me so much?" Mom stepped closer, her voice low and venomous. "Because you ruined my life the moment you showed up. Because nothing has been the same since you were born. Because everything got harder, and you brought nothing but stress." The words hit me like a punch. "I didn't choose to be born." "Well, I didn't choose you either," she said. "But I got stuck with you." Lena let out a laugh. "Oh my God, Maya, stop crying. It's pathetic." "I'm not." My voice broke. "Save it," Lena said. "No one believes your little sad girl act." "It's not an act," I whispered. Mom walked away, muttering, "Always playing the victim. Always needing attention." I should have known this night would end in drama the second I heard that plate break. Lena stepped closer, lowering her voice. "Here's a tip. Stop expecting anyone to care about your feelings. It'll hurt less." I swallowed hard. "I'm your sister." "By biology," she said. "Not by choice." I felt something inside me collapse. I couldn't tell if it was anger, or heartbreak, or pure exhaustion. Maybe all three. "Can I just clean up the mess?" I asked quietly. "No," Mom yelled from the living room. "Go to your room before you make things worse." I looked at Lena one last time. "Why do you enjoy hurting me?" She shrugged. "It's not enjoyment. It's honesty." "That's not honesty," I said softly. "That's cruelty." She smiled. "Same thing." My legs felt heavy as I walked down the hallway. Every step echoed with their voices. "You're nothing but a burden. No one would miss you. You ruin everything." I reached my room and closed the door quietly, as if loud noises might trigger another explosion. I leaned against the wood and finally let my tears spill. "Why?" I whispered into the dark. "Why me?" I slid down to the floor, hugging my knees. My mind ran in circles, trying to understand how a broken plate could turn into a full attack on my existence. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the plate. It never was. It was about me. Or at least, The version of me they chose to see. I heard Lena's voice faintly through the walls. She's so dramatic. I swear, she acts like we beat her. Mom's tired response carried a bitter laugh. If only she knew how good she has it. My chest tightened. Good. This was good. I pressed my forehead to my knees and let the silence swallow me. Their voices blurred into muffled noise, but the words, they stayed sharp. They settled in my ribs, in my throat, in the fragile parts of me I usually kept hidden. As I lay on my bed later, I stared at the ceiling and tried to imagine a world where I wasn't hated. A world where I wasn't disposable. But their words kept repeating, louder than my heartbeat. I didn't know it yet, but this night, this shattering moment, was only the beginning of the truth unraveling. And soon, I would learn things that would hurt far worse than a broken plate or cruel words. Because this was just the crack. The real break was still coming. The next morning, I tried pretending nothing happened, but my eyes felt swollen and my chest felt tight. I walked into school hoping no one would notice, but of course Jenna did the second I dropped my bag beside her. Whoa, Maya, what happened? You look like you didn't sleep at all. I'm fine, I muttered. She raised a brow. You lie worse than my little cousin, and he once blamed a ghost for stealing cookies. A tiny, painful laugh slipped out. It was just a rough night. What did they say this time? She whispered. I looked away. The usual. I don't matter. I ruin everything. I shouldn't exist. Jenna's jaw tightened. I swear, if I ever come to your house. Please don't, I said quickly. It'll just make things worse. She exhaled slowly. I wish you'd tell someone. A counselor. Anybody. I can handle it, I lied. She leaned closer. No, you survive it. That's not the same thing. Her words hit harder than I expected. I swallowed the sting in my throat. Let's just get through the day. We did, but the minutes felt heavy, like each one pulled me deeper into something I didn't want to feel. When the final bell rang, I left early because my last period teacher had a meeting. I didn't think anything of it. But maybe I should have. When I reached the house, the front door was cracked open, which was weird because Mom hated wasting air conditioning. I stepped inside quietly. Caroline, I'm telling you, she was never supposed to be part of my life. Mom's voice snapped through the kitchen. I froze. Aunt Caroline answered. Evelyn, she's your daughter. You can't talk like that. She's not my daughter, Mom hissed. Not really. You know that. My breath caught so sharply I almost choked. Caroline's voice softened. Evelyn, she can't hear this. Well, I need to say it. I only kept Maya because of the money. Do you understand that? If it weren't for the support checks, I would have sent her away years ago. Everything inside me went silent. Not broken. Not shattered. Just numb. That's cruel, Caroline whispered. She's a child. She ruined everything. Mom snapped. The moment she came into my life, everything fell apart. My plans, my freedom, my future, gone. All because of her. I felt my knees weaken. Plans. Future. Gone because of me. Caroline tried again. You can't blame a child for choices you made. Oh, please, Mom scoffed. She cost me everything. I would have had a real life if she didn't exist. Honestly, I don't know why she's still here. She should be grateful I let her stay this long. Something inside me cracked open, slow, sharp, deep. Before I could stop myself, I stepped into the doorway. Grateful. My voice shook. For what? Mom turned pale. Maya, how long have you been standing there? Long enough to know the truth. My voice sounded strange, steady but breaking. Long enough to realize you never wanted me. Caroline stood abruptly. Maya, sweetheart. I held up a hand. Please don't. I just want her to say it. Mom crossed her arms. Fine. Yes. I never wanted you. There. Happy. No, I whispered. But at least it's honest. You shouldn't have been here, she said coldly. I should have let someone else take you. Why didn't you? I choked. The money, she said without shame. It helped. And I deserved something for the life I lost. I stared at her in disbelief. So I was income to you. Don't twist it, she snapped. How else am I supposed to take that? My voice cracked, but I refused to look away. Everything suddenly makes sense now. The yelling, the insults, the way you look at me like I'm a mistake you can't get rid of. You are a mistake, she said. Caroline gasped. Evelyn. But Mom didn't back down. What? She asked for honesty. My chest tightened so hard I could barely breathe. I came home early because I thought maybe we could talk. Maybe something could get better. But you hate me. It's not hate, Mom said. It's exhaustion. You drain me. I shook my head. I'm your daughter. She looked me dead in the eyes. Not in any way that matters. Caroline stepped forward. Maya, come with me. No, I whispered, staring at the woman who raised me physically but never emotionally. I want her to understand. Mom rolled her eyes. Understand what? That you broke something in me last night, I said, voice trembling. But today, you finished the job. A long silence filled the room. Caroline whispered, Maya, sweetheart. I turned toward the door. I need to leave. I can't breathe in this house. Mom didn't call after me. She didn't apologize. She only muttered, one day you'll realize how good you had it. I walked out shaking. No. I finally thought. One day she would. I didn't sleep that night. I lay in bed replaying my mother's words, every sentence hitting like a slow, brutal heartbeat. By sunrise, something inside me shifted, not broken, not defeated, but awake. I whispered into the thin morning air, I'm leaving. Today. At school, Jenna spotted me the second I walked in. Maya, what happened? You look different. I'm done, I said. I can't stay there anymore. Her eyes widened. You're leaving. For real. For real. She grabbed my arm. Tell me everything. I inhaled shakily. She told Aunt Caroline she only kept me for money. She said she never wanted me. She said I ruined her life. Jenna's face twisted in anger. Okay. That's it. You're not going back there alone. We're getting your stuff. Tyler can drive. He's already outside. What? You told him? He's my brother, she said. He actually has a soul. I blinked back tears. Thank you. She squeezed my hand. Don't thank me yet. We still have to get you out of that house. When school ended, Tyler pulled up in his truck and leaned out the window. You ready, Maya? As ready as I'll ever be. He nodded. Hop in. We'll make it quick. The moment we pulled into my driveway, my stomach twisted. Jenna whispered, We've got you. Just get your essentials. I pushed the door open quietly, but of course Lena appeared at the top of the stairs like she'd been waiting to pounce. Well, look who's home early again, she said. What now? Gonna cry about something? I'm packing, I said. I'm leaving. Her smirk vanished. Leaving? What do you mean leaving? Exactly what it sounds like. She stepped forward. Maya, don't be dramatic. I'm not being dramatic, I replied. I'm protecting myself. From what? She scoffed. Mom yelled at you. Big deal. I felt anger rise, sharp and clean. She didn't just yell at me. She told Aunt Caroline she only kept me for money. Did you know that? Lena froze. That's not what she meant. It's exactly what she meant. She opened her mouth, shut it, then opened it again. Okay, maybe she was mad. You know Mom says things she doesn't mean. She meant every word. Lena glared at me like she was offended. You really think you have it that bad? You think running away makes you the victim? I'm not trying to be the victim, I said. I'm trying to save what's left of me. Oh my God, she groaned. You're unbelievable. You always make everything about you. For once, yes, I said firmly. It is about me. You're seriously leaving? She asked again, softer this time. Yes. She swallowed hard. Where will you even go? Aunt Caroline's. Her tone snapped back to anger instantly. So what? You're choosing her over us. You never chose me, I said. Either of you. That's not true, she argued. I care. I really do. I stared at her. Then why did you say no one would miss me? She went silent. Yeah, I whispered. That's what I thought. Jenna stepped forward. Come on, Maya. Let's get your things. Lena's voice cracked. Maya, don't do this. I zipped the small suitcase I'd kept under my bed for years, the one I always imagined using for college, not escape. I already did. As we walked out, Lena reached for my arm. You're making a mistake. I pulled away. No. Staying would be the mistake. Outside, Tyler opened the truck bed. I'll take the bag. Thanks, I whispered. He glanced at me. You don't owe those people your pain, you know that, right? Hearing it out loud made my chest sting. I'm starting to. Jenna climbed into the back seat with me. You okay? No, I admitted. But I'm getting there. As the truck pulled away, I looked back at the house, the place that raised me but never loved me. My mother stood in the doorway now, arms crossed, face unreadable. She didn't call my name. She didn't ask where I was going. She didn't even look surprised. I whispered, goodbye, even though she couldn't hear it. The farther we got, the easier it was to breathe. When we reached Aunt Caroline's house, she ran out, worried. Maya. What happened? I swallowed hard. Can I stay here? Just for a while. She didn't hesitate. Of course you can. Sweetheart, are you okay? No one had ever asked me that sincerely before. My eyes filled. Not yet, I said. But I think I will be. And for the first time in my life, I believed it. Living with Aunt Caroline felt like stepping into a world I didn't know existed. A world where mornings were quiet, where no one yelled before breakfast, where someone actually asked how my day was and waited for the answer. One morning she tapped on my door gently. Maya. Therapy session in 15 minutes. I groaned. Do I have to go? She opened the door halfway. You promised you'd give it a fair shot. I sighed. Fine. But only because you've been bribing me with muffins. She smiled. Whatever works. Therapy started awkwardly, me curled in a chair with my arms crossed, refusing to look at the therapist, Dr. Harris. But over weeks, something shifted. One day he asked, what do you want, Maya? Not what others expect. You. I had to think. I want to feel real. Like I deserve space in the world. You do, he said softly. You always have. Those words echoed in my mind long after each session ended. I also made new friends, people who didn't flinch when I spoke too quietly, people who didn't make jokes about my existence. Jenna stayed by my side too, cheering me on every step of the way. Tyler checked in sometimes, always with a simple, steady question, you holding up? And for once, the answer slowly became, yeah, I think I am. But karma wasn't done with my past yet. One night, Aunt Caroline sat across from me at dinner. Have you heard from them? No, I said. Why? She hesitated. Your mother's in some trouble. My fork paused mid-air. What kind of trouble? Financial, she said carefully. Big trouble. I leaned back. Of course she is. She may reach out, Caroline warned gently. I want you prepared. She already did, I muttered, pulling out my phone. 5 missed calls from Mom. 3 from Lena. What did they say? She asked. I opened one voicemail. My mother's voice poured through the speaker, shaky and angry at the same time. Maya, call me back. I need your help. Don't be ungrateful. Pick up the phone. Another from Lena. Maya, please. Things are really bad. Just talk to Mom. She's desperate. I shut the phone off. They're only calling because they want something. Caroline reached across the table. You don't owe them anything. I know, I said. But I think I need to see them. Not for them. For me. She studied me for a moment. If you're sure. I'll drive. When we pulled up to my old house, I felt nothing. No fear, no panic, just a strange calmness. Mom opened the door the moment she heard the car. Maya, she said, relief pouring from her voice. Finally. You came. I nodded but didn't move toward her. I'm not here to stay. I just came to talk. She stepped back, forcing a smile. Come in. Lena hovered behind her, eyes red like she'd been crying. Maya, thank God. We need you. Why? I asked flatly. Mom blinked. What do you mean why? Your mother needs help. I'm not your solution, I said. I'm not your safety net. Not anymore. She stiffened. So you're just abandoning us? I exhaled slowly. No. I'm letting go. Lena stepped forward. Look, I know we've had issues, but... Issues? I repeated. Lena, you told me no one would miss me. She winced. I didn't mean. You did, I cut in. And it worked. It hurt. For a long time. But not anymore. Mom's voice cracked. Maya, please. We're your family. No, I said quietly. You're my relatives. Family is something different. Mom opened her mouth, but no words came out. I continued. I'm doing better now. I'm healing. And I don't want to go backward. So that's it. Lena whispered. You're just done with us. I'm done letting you hurt me. Mom's eyes filled with tears. We didn't mean. You meant all of it, I said softly. And I forgive you. They both looked stunned. Mom frowned. Then why won't you stay? Because forgiveness doesn't mean returning to the fire, I said. It just means I'm not letting it burn me anymore. Silence filled the room. I took one last look at them, the mother who never loved me, the sister who resented me, the house that held years of pain. I hope you figure your lives out, I said gently. But I'm not the one who's going to fix them. I turned toward the door. Maya, Lena whispered, voice breaking. Wait, can we talk later? Just us. I shook my head. Maybe someday. When I'm ready. But not now. And for once, she didn't argue. I stepped outside into the cold air, feeling it fill my lungs like freedom. Caroline opened the car door. How do you feel? I smiled, small, real, steady, free. As we drove away, I didn't look back. My healing wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. But it became their karma. And my peace became my power.